Oh, well, my name's Fox. My name is Fox. An episode about hair. Which I find really funny because there's been episodes where get the hell out of here, fly. There's been episodes where, like, you know, the show is like, oh yeah, this is supposed to relate to you. I'm like, does it? Really? This one does, because I've gone through certain similar things. I've never used relaxer on my hair. That's one thing I've never done. I have flat ironed it, though. I have flat ironed it. And if you wanted to see me look more Indian or Native American, that's how you do it. Also, my curls are, mind you, these curls are different from the usual. When people say, like, oh, you have afro hair, my hair is a bit different from that, in a sense of regular afro hair is not this loose curled, which is fun when you're online and people tell you Luz's hair is not curled, and then you tell them, actually, you know, it's similar to this hair, not the tighter curl that usual black characters have, such as like Lunella. And then they say, you're stupid, Luz curl don't exist. But YouTube can get me if I swear, but not if I flip. But yeah, so, and the thing is, like, my hair, if you've seen my YouTube channel, you've seen, like, my hair start. Here's the thing about at least my hair-wise, parents, father, all them stuff, want me to have my hair short, like, just straight, flat-haired, I have a big-ass forehead, but a straight, flat-haired, like, almost, not bald cut, but, like, you know, a little bit like that. I never really liked it. And then eventually when I was 18, I let my hair grow out, and that's when I had my hair, like, for, like, 5 years, I think. It was, like, that super long, which you go back to my older YouTube videos, you'll see it, how long it was, and how poofy and stuff it was. Also, I never really took care of it, and also, for sure, a lot of it was damaged from the times I did try flat ironing it. And the thing is, like, I tried flat ironing it because I wanted my hair to be similar to Hala Sakura from Shaman King, because I loved his hair. My hair is definitely not that, and I definitely have had things where I've, like, felt like, oh, you know, my hair isn't the greatest of that. Now I'm just like, hell no, I love my hair. Especially now, especially because, like, a few things, like, anyone else who ever has curly hair, or curled hair, slightly curled, whatever, just remember a few things. One, anime characters have hair that always stands up. There's only one hair type, or I guess two. Well, there's only one hair type that actually does that, and it's not straight hair. Two, you know, our hair stands up, but then also it looks really damn good to certain things. And also, like, I've gotten compliments on this hair. Mind you, also, it's also because of my color, because I was born with having silver hair that comes in earlier than it's supposed to. Earlier than everyone else, which gives me some badass hair color. And it's also really funny, too, because if I look back at old pictures of me, and I see my hair, like, 2 or 3 years ago, probably more than 2 or 3 years ago, and, like, I looked at, my mom sent me a picture, and I saw it, and I was like, something's wrong with this picture. I'm like, my hair's completely black, which, I love my silver. I've gotten so many compliments on my hair. I love it so damn much. But yeah, like, and like, I don't try to straighten it anymore and stuff like that. I'm happy for the Owl House because I wanted to try to make it look somewhat similar to Luz's, the pixie cut kind of thing. I definitely need to get it trimmed. I'm going to get it trimmed like in the next few days. But, like, have it to where, you know, short on the sides, a little bit poofier on top. And yeah, I think I want to get it shaved a little bit, which is going to probably be a little different. And I always got to get used to my hair being a little bit shorter, but it's fine. But yeah, like, this whole episode, pretty much, an asshole in her class goes, your hair looks all frizzy and messy and all this stuff. And again, I'll say for 3, I love one description of it going, our hair is not dead, it's alive, that's why it curls. I'm like, I like that kind of thing. And also, not to mention, like, another thing that I always at least think about, at least genetic wise, if our hair wasn't supposed to look how it is, it probably wouldn't be like that. Like, this is naturally, like, how nature intends for me of this to have their hair. Like, and especially because, like, if I were flat iron it, it looks off. It looks off, and it's just like, I don't like it straight. Though I will say, the first time I ever did flat iron it, my curls would refuse to die, so it would curl the back up a little bit. I guess you can it curls a little bit like this, but it curls back up a little bit, and I had Shadow the Hedgehog hair, and I'm like, I still like that. I like that, but this whole episode is very much Moon Girl. Jerk in her class says, your hair looks all frizzy and messy. Moon Girl's like, maybe my hair is not the greatest, but I want hair like Casey. And like I like how you saw all the beauty posters of like the long straight hair and everything, but she didn't want to use relaxer because that would mess up her hair. So she's like, all right, fine, I won't use relaxer. I'll make my own. Makes her own. Hair comes to life. And I'm gonna say it right now. This is probably a really smart episode. Like, not only because of like the hair thing, because the hair thing was pretty good too, but also how the story was written, because it's a Frankenstein reference, or it's a Frankenstein episode, like down to things like if you ever read the original Frankenstein, which I did for school, like the whole thing where Lunella brings a creature to life. That creature kind of escapes. Lunella kind of tries to hide it or forget about it, but not knowing about the creature. And then the creature slowly like kind of tries to break down their life, whether it be, in this case, tripping Devil and making him hurt his tail, to ripping up all other wigs that Lunella tried to wear, and like a bunch of things. And it's really interesting because I was watching, I'm like, and like even I was like, okay, because there's a point where Lunella supercharges the serum, and she goes, bring my creation juice, and it like all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's a cute reference. And then I was watching, and the rest, I'm like, oh my god, the entire thing, even like down to like them like destroying the wig, similar to Frankenstein killing off like some of Dr. Frankenstein, or Frankenstein's monster killing Frankenstein's family members and stuff. It's like, I'm like, this is a really smart episode. Like not saying the other episodes aren't smart, but it's just like I wasn't expecting a Frankenstein like storied reference, and I'm like, that's like entire episode pretty much. I'm like, that's interesting. And then they also make it about the hair thing. I'm like, that's very interesting. Also, I do like how some I don't think any of these bad guys are in the actual comics, but I do like the guy, like Maine was kind of a cool antagonist, and literally a mirror character that Lunella had to fight, and eventually, they match up. Like I said, like they're like evenly matched and everything. Has a literal like magical transformation. I love this a lot. Like this is a really fun episode, and let me see it. And like again, like even like when the mom and grandma bring up about their hair and everything, like how they tried to flat iron and stuff, like that's true. And that's the thing too. Whenever I do see an Afro person with like the straight hair that they flat iron, or if it's a wig or whatever, I'm just like you could have your regular hair, wear however you want, but I love my hair. I love my hair, how it curls into those little spikes all over the damn place. Little bit of looks a little frizz, but yeah, whatever. Like, I love this thing. I love my hair a lot. Hair relaxer, Lunella having hard eyes on Casey. Yeah, she was like, when she saw Casey's hair blowing in the wind. Melva hair looks nice. Lunella calling Casey weird because of wigs. Oh yeah, that's a really funny one too, because Casey tried to help by giving her give her a wig to wear while she was bald, and like just called Casey weird for that. He's like, I like it because it's it helped her in that situation, but also in that same note, I'm like, no offense, but I'm pretty sure a lot of Afro people like have literal closets entirely for wigs to try to cover up their hair. Just saying. But yeah, like I was like, all right, but yeah, honestly, I like it a lot. And also, although I will say, I do like Luz's hair when she goes Titan form. The long, still curly, but still big and stuff. But Lunella's is great. Again, my hair isn't exactly as tight curled as theirs. But it's still pretty nice. This is what you get when you get Spaniards mixed with Afro Spaniards with Afro with Native American. Ta-da! The Caribbean is a fun mixing pot of stuff. Like you say, you're Puerto Rican. That means I'm literally 3 damn different things mixed into one. Which is kind of great. Tainos are the Native Americans for the Caribbean. Also, fun fact, the Dominican are also the same thing. Afro, Taino, Spaniard. So, because the other side, is it Haiti? That's the other side of the Dominican Republic. Because it's split between the Dominican Republic and I think Haiti? And I know Haiti is, I think they have some French in there. I can't remember. But yeah, so my hair, I love my hair. This episode was great and is a good one for, telling people with curly hair, Afro or what otherwise, because there are non-Afro people who have curly hair. Just FYI, because apparently that was also known to some people. So that is a thing. And again, there's also different hair textures. Again, because God, when people telling shit like, Lou's hair needs to be curlier, I'm like, no, it really doesn't. There's only one hair type that stands up like this all the damn time. It's not straight hair. I'm sorry, everyone with straight hair who thought that was the case. It's not. And again, which episode was it that I brought up Sora, the Sora cosplayer? But the Sora cosplayer, her hair entire curl than mine, but she has the best, more natural looking Sora hair. That's actually her hair. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. But anyways, this episode was good. Let me see if there's any little other notes. Black Girl Magic episode reference to Frankenstein. Bob and Weave. Oh yeah, that was a cool one because at one point they're fighting each other. Maine, her living hair, and Lunella. And she goes, if there's one, and Maine goes, if there's one thing I know how to do, it's Bob and Weave. I'm like, that's a joke because, Bob haircut or weave. And I'm like, that's kind of funny. Smart joke. Also, Devil hurt his tail. Girl in back saying, now Lunella's hair looks pretty. Yeah, and that girl's an a-hole. The dad apparently at one point wanted to have a whole birthday cake just to himself. Which I'm like, that's kind of a jerk move. It was after Lunella found the hair, like, her wig in, like, a pot of soup. I'm like, that's kind of a jerk move. You want to just have an entire pot full of, or entire cake to yourself. I'm like, that's kind of a jerk thing. Anyways, this episode was fun. It is a really good message. One message that I actually kind of, was like, oh my god, I'm actually kind of like, this would have been a really cool episode to have years ago when I was worried about my hair and stuff. So this was actually really good. I like this one a lot. Yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed it. And again, hairs are different colors. Afro people have different styled hair and stuff like that. Look at mine. It is not the tight, super curled. I guess this would probably be. I don't know if this would be considered Afro. Let me rephrase that. It's Afro hair, as in but not Afro as in like the usual super tight fluffy surround hair. Which I will say this right now, in school, one of my friends at the time, I just haven't seen her in a minute. She drew me, and I will say, looking at it, I was looking at it, and the way she drew my hair, she drew it way more curl. I'm like, God, I hate that. That's how everyone sees my hair. It's not. There's different textures. Anyways, I love my hair. Honestly, I think I've kind of hit a good look for it. I'm gonna get it cut because it is getting kind of poof, and I'm probably gonna hate me cutting it for a minute, but it'll grow back to what I love. But poof. Anyways, thanks for watching my videos. Hopefully you enjoy this, and we'll see you later. This is great. Also, I just realized how her has black hair with the little brown highlights. I kind of literally have that, but with the silver highlights.